So a lot of people message me saying or asking, how can I learn digital marketing? Till now, I found that question very weird because marketing is not physics. You cannot simply learn it from scratch like that because there are no set theories. Right? But oh boy, my latest read, Dotcom Secrets by Russel Branson, proved me wrong. Right, this book can be considered as the go-to book to learn digital marketing from scratch. And I would like to showcase some pointers that I learned or got reaffirmed after reading this book. Right, so these are some 4 pointers. There are tons of knowledge or uh, takeaways from this book. These are the few pointers that keep on really struck me. Right? Number one is something called as pre-framing. Right? If you are thinking that it's all about the landing page or ad copy or remarketing, you are wrong. Right? You might be missing out one of the biggest factors for building trust, which is thinking about how your audience is feeling even before clicking on your link or reaching your website. Think about it like this: if you are introduced to a CEO by another CEO who could be your client, how easier would it be for you to convince the new CEO to work with you rather than pitching from scratch, pitching cold to this new CEO? The advantage that you get here in this situation is that you got a really good pre-framing from your previous client who is a credible CEO, right? So I'll also tell another story from my personal experience. Is that last year I wrote an ebook, and I was running Facebook ads, and I got more than 500 clicks through Facebook ads, but the conversion rate was even below than 1%, and I was like really upset about it, right? And then I decided to write a post about my ebook on my LinkedIn account. I have about 15,000 followers on my LinkedIn page, and I wrote a post about my ebook, and I got just 200 clicks from that post to the landing page. Both of the landing pages were same, the one that I showcased in my LinkedIn page and the one that I gave for Facebook ads, right? But um, sorry, but astonishingly, I'm not getting that word, but you got the point, right? The conversion rate that I got from my LinkedIn post was 10% compared to the 1% that I got from my Facebook ad, right? And I thought about it and I found the answer in the same concept called pre-framing, right? The audiences in my LinkedIn page already knew about me, knows about my story, and has a certain level of trust in me, right? So they are better pre-framed to buy from me even before clicking on the link or getting to the landing page, versus the cold audiences out there who are kind of clicking on the ad, but they are not willing to invest in that book, right? So that's the importance of pre-framing. And I would say that influencers are the best, credible influencers are the best pre-framers out there right now. Going to the second point, it's about upselling. I was making the same mistake, and still I think I'm making it to some extent. um, Once you get a client, you earn their trust, and then don't sit there and just keep on serving what you just signed up for. They are the best customers for you to sell more, right? Once someone becomes your customer, they will be the easiest bunch to sell another product of yours, given that you kept the promise that you told before selling your initial product, right? For example, let's take the case of ebooks again, right? If you sell 100 ebooks to 100 people, then don't just focus on finding another 100 people to sell your ebook. You can also focus on this initial 100 people of who bought your ebook, right? They already know about you, they already read your ebook, and maybe at the end of the ebook you can say that, hey, if you want to learn more, if you want to have personal one-on-one consultation, you can buy a slot from me for that, and you can charge like 10x of what you charged for the ebook, right? And maybe if 10% of those who bought your ebook again, by your one-on-one personal consultation, you even make more money without even spending a dime, right? So and you also have their emails, you also have their contact points. So whenever you're releasing your new ebooks, or when you're releasing new courses, you just go back to them and say that, hey, please buy this. They already have the trust, and most probably a good bunch of people will come back and buy again, given that your initial product is good enough or you kept the promise, right? Third one is something called hero character. Yeah, you or your product needs to have a story around it. People should be able to relate to the pain point you or your product is going to solve. Talk consistently about how you figured out the product, what all challenges did you face personally while tackling the product. Humanize the story to the maximum and make the solution the hero of the product, hero of the story, right? If you tell a story that captures the emotion of the listeners, that's the best pitch you can do. And in the book, he showcases a bunch of ways to construct a good story, right? How to start it, how to get the audience hooked, how to get the relatability factor out there, and how to end up with a really good offer, right? And I also have a personal story in which, while I was reading the book, I also figured out that, hey, this also, I kind of executed this without even identifying that there is this thing called hero character, right? So we got an opportunity to get interviewed in a very popular YouTube channel, and before going to that YouTube interview, me and my brothers sat down and really created a constructed or designed our story about how we started our agency, and what all things happened before that, and what all failures that we faced. And we narrated, or we wrote down it in a very beautiful, consumable manner, in which there are ups and downs, right? You need to have ups and downs, um, failures, things like that, when you're telling the story. And we constructed it that way. And after the interview, amazingly, we got 250 plus B2B leads from it. And the video got about 1.5 lakh views. And that, I would say, is one of the most pivotal moments in our career, right? So stories are the best things that you can do, and you need to have a hero character, and your hero character could be your service or your product, right? And for coming to the fourth point, it's something called as squeeze page, and that's a new word that I learned from this book. And talking about it, every page or product or service should have a squeeze page, right? It's a page where users can do nothing but do that action that you want them to do, right? It could be, if you want emails of a visitor, you will need to have a squeeze page in which you write down a couple of headliners, and you'll just have that box in which people can apply your write down their emails and submit, right? You won't have any other links, or you won't have any other distractions. The less distracted that they are, the more chances of them ending up giving the information that you need, right? Yeah. So these are the 4 pointers that really reaffirmed the things that I already did, and got really good results out of it, right? So I thought that I should share this to you also. So I'll put the link to this book in the description. You also buy it out. You can buy either the audiobook version, Kindle, or the paperback. And yeah, so I'll be waiting for your reviews. And if you like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, hit the notification bell, and see you next week. Bye, guys.